I have a lot to say. I would like to share an informational video that shows the actual physical results of my colonic hydrotherapy experience. Please note the warning, there's going to be semi-graphic material, although I don't think it's graphic at all because I've seen a lot come out with an enema. But I wanted to do this informational video to show the actual what happened during my session and what results I got. This is going to be the first 10 releases, and there's not a lot of activity, so I'm going to talk through it. So I have some disclosures. I'm not a trained professional. I'm not a certified anything. I'm just a regular person trying to find remedies and solutions to the medical problems that I'm facing. Also, my other disclosure, and I'm saying do not do this because I had serious repercussion and fallout from it, but I did do an organic coffee enema prior to doing the colonic, and it was in innocence. I wanted to do a 1-2 punch on the intestinal parasites, and the brochure for the colonic listed this as a way to detox from intestinal parasites, and as you will see in the footage, it is not. This type of therapy just gets debris that is not anchored down to the intestines. From my understanding with the intestinal parasites, they can hold on to the intestinal walls. They can also hide and reposition themselves so that they are not expelled out with water or fecal matter or whatever. But that's what I tried to do, and I have done a distilled water enema before and after an organic coffee enema, and it was no harm and nothing happened. But the colonic is more water and more fluid going into the intestines, and I believe that's why I experienced the discomfort that I did. So I will have the in the description box the videos and the outlining or talking about what I experienced after mistakenly doing an organic coffee enema and a colonic together. But anyway, going back to the video, so I'm basically doing a release a minute, and these first 10 there's no activity. In the first scene of the next session there's going to be activity. It's going to be a little graphic, but I'm doing a release a minute. And when you consider it, the fact that it took 24 minutes before I got any type of release of any waste in my intestines. So the organic coffee enema, the 1 12-minute session of the organic coffee enema cleared out all of this surface area of my intestines. So you see this is the 24 minutes where I started to get some of the debris out. But the organic coffee enema didn't take this long. You could actually do an organic coffee enema for 1 minute and release and get that type of release, but the organic coffee enema does a lot of things, and that's why you hold it for the whole 12 minutes. So I'm not saying that the colonic has no purpose and is useless. It clearly is. It has a purpose. This is reaching parts of my intestines that nothing else has affected. I'm not thinking that that's all beneficial because it's washing out my good bacteria, my good things, and I believe that's why I've experienced some of the discomfort that I had. But it does have its place. I could see somebody healthy wanting to do a spring cleaning, and this would definitely be an option. Oh, this is the most I had during the whole time. And before I was just releasing my muscles, but this, I wanted to push out my intestines. There was definitely a reaction, and something happened during this part of the session. But going back to the colonic, someone that's their first time doing an enema, this would be helpful because you have support staff, you have someone to answer questions, you have someone there to help with any issues arise. So yeah, I can see the colonic being useful for a healthy person or a first-time user. But when you think about it, I'm able to do this because I have a full year basically of doing enemas, and I'm cleaned out more than the average person. But the average person would have to have repeated sessions. The water is just not going to be able to freely roam through the intestines as it's doing with me because I'm cleaned out, which is shown in this video. And so when you think about repeated sessions, it's not cost effective. This is you're getting to about $100 per session, and how who knows how many a person would need. You know, with the organic coffee enema, you buy the container and the equipment one time, and then once every other month you might buy the coffee, and then be able to self-administer in the privacy of your own home, your own, you know, intestine cleansing. So this part of the session, there's not going to be any other activity. I was just, holding, and it started to become overwhelming for me to want to release, 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 and I was pretty much over it at this point. I didn't catch a lot of the footage because I was just tired of filming. So there's about probably 15 other frames that I did not capture. But I did just want to show this because of the things that I'm saying, and I don't want to be a person that is just talking and, just talking just to talk. This shows, what hydrotherapy or colonic experience could be like. And this was my experience. But I couldn't even show the footage from an organic coffee enema because it is very concentrated and it is it's very gross. There's no way that I could capture that and want to share such graphic material. Um, but yeah, so this is just what happened during my session, and nothing is really going to be happening from this point on. I'm just putting it once again, showing this for informational as proof, basically. I believe that that's all that I wanted to say. Until next time, thanks for watching.